Hello, everyone. I am hoping that you can hear me. I see there's something. Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to What is Family Caregiving and Why Should I Care? My name is Felicia Wilson, and I am the founder of Care Talk and your family caregiver strategist. Tonight, I want to share just a few bits of information defining family caregiving, but more importantly, explaining why it's important that you understand what this is and how it can impact your family. Before we get too deep into the conversation, let me share a little bit about myself. This is something that I have been exploring for probably the past 20 years. By professional, designation, I am a licensed social worker in the state of Georgia. Since the beginning of my career, I worked in nursing homes, either helping residents come into the nursing home for placement or helping them leave the nursing home to go into the community to live. I've worked with families in this transition process, and it's really helped to shape my understanding of what families need to know in order to plan for their aging loved one. In addition, I'm also a former family caregiver, and I have taught in higher education for 15 plus years. So, as I said, my entire perception or understanding of family caregiving is supported both by my personal experience, my professional experience, and then also my experience in academia. What that means for you is I'm giving you real information that's not just fluff, it's not just something that I created in my brain. It's something that I know is important, and it will help you and your family create long term strategies to make sure that your aging loved one ages with quality care in the environment that's best for them. So, as I said, what is family caregiving? Family caregiving, in its simplest definition, means a family member is providing care for a loved one. In the context of this conversation, we're talking about family members providing care for their aging loved ones, either in their home or in the home of their aging loved one. Many people think about family caregiving and they automatically go to the hands on care as far as bathing, dressing, preparing meals. And that is part of the process. But I want to take us back a little while before that hands on care is needed. I think that it is in that moment that the family can get a better hold, if you will, or wrap their arms around what family caregiving is going to look like for their aging loved one. There are several stages to family caregiving. The reason it's important to start early is because, again, if we do this in a preventative measure, that means we have better control over the outcome rather than being in a reaction state. Now, before I forget, I want to invite you to our Tuesday night live event. That's where I'm going to give you 5 essential steps that will help you create, or at least start to create, a strategy for your aging loved one. Also, if you look over in the chat, I'm going to drop the link so that you can go ahead and register for that event. It is completely free, and you should see the link in the chat now. As I said, family caregiving is something that a lot of families tend to overlook or not address just because it's not the most comfortable conversation. So, why should you care? Because our parents are living longer, grandparents are living longer. And what that means is someone has to take time to create a plan. Who's going to make sure that mom's okay? Who's going to make sure that dad is receiving the care that he needs? If no one has thought about it and planned for it, then there are going to be issues later on. I'll give you an example. We purchase auto insurance, health insurance, homeowners insurance, or renters insurance. All of these things are purchased in the event of a crisis. We have some support. We have something that we go to that's going to help us navigate the process, right? That's the same thing as family caregiver planning. In order to navigate the process and have some control over it, you have to make sure that you've created a plan. That's what we're going to talk about on Tuesday, March 23rd. I had to remember the date, March 23rd at 8 p.m. Again, the link is in the chat, so you can go and, like I said, click on that and just click that you're going, and that way you'll get the automatic reminders. Now, the second part, I explained the basic framework of family caregiving, but I want to go a little bit deeper. Family caregiving is emotional, it is physical, and it is financial. So now I have a question for you. What are the top reasons that relationships have issues? Lack of communication, finances, unmet expectations. When you take time to create a family caregiver strategy, then you know who's supposed to do what, who is responsible for making sure that meals are provided, who is responsible for day to day check ins, so that everyone is on the same page and there's no miscommunication. The other thing that I would tell you about why you should care about family caregiving is because finances are one of the major issues that family caregivers stress. It is very stressful to figure out how to pay for home care, provide quality of care on a daily basis, and maintain your own finances. If you take time before a crisis, then you have the ability to know what your aging loved one needs and how much income they have. And so you're able to subtract what they have from what they're needed from what they need, so that you know how much is needed, and that helps you better plan. It's not an easy conversation. It's not a very comfortable conversation, but it is a conversation that is necessary so that, again, everyone is on the same page and we can prevent some of the um, the fallout that typically happens within families when an aging loved one needs assistance. Before I get out of here, I want to just remind you one more time about the free event on Tuesday, March 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, you can just go to the link, click on it, click going, and in that way, you'll get all the reminders coming up to the live event. If you're watching this on the replay, please share your thoughts. I would like to know, how prepared were you? If you're already a family caregiver, how prepared were you to jump into that role? What did you need to know? And if you are currently not a family caregiver, but you're concerned about aging family members and what life will look like in the next few years, how prepared are you to take on that responsibility? One thing we know, things change whether we make preparation or not. I encourage you to take time to prepare, talk with your family so that you're not, again, reacting, but you have been proactive and you have a plan. And when it's time to go, you can implement the plan. I hope this information has been helpful to you. I do hope to see you on next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Care Talk Facebook page. Take care.